Dr. Robi Ludwig is a psychotherapist and author. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
When I hear Weinstein on that tape, I mean, there's nothing subtle about it. He just is so, he's just such a bully. That has to be, I don't know, what do you make of that?
Powerful men often confuse people being attracted to them because of who they are rather than being powerful. And it sounds like that's what happened with Harvey, that he started to confuse who he really was with his position. And he abused his position and became grandiose and started thinking that people really wanted to be with him when they didn't. And that's what we find with powerful men. They don't consider, I'm sorry, I'm getting double feedback here. They don't really consider, they don't empathize with the people that they are targeting. They don't consider their feelings. They objectify them. They tend to only be interested in their own self-interest and aggrandizement. And when they get away with it, it just contributes to this poor behavior. And every time they get a beautiful woman, it also contributes to their almost delusional thinking that everybody wants them and is flattered to get attention from them.
It's just the other puzzling part about this guy had everything. He had money, influence, power. He had a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful children. Why did he need to do this?
There's excitement in the transgression, to doing something dangerous, to doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And that is part of the excitement. And very often these powerful men live in a very entitled world that gets sexualized and eroticized. So what becomes their life is just their life. It's no longer exciting. It's the backdrop to who they are. And it is very sad because very often these men gamble with their lives and don't realize it. They lose everything. And so they can be very creative and charismatic and successful on the one hand, but because they misjudge who they are and don't have a sense of how to act, they really gamble it all away.
He had a ritual, like the scene played out again and again. He'd invite a young, vulnerable woman up to his hotel room. He'd be in a bathroom. He'd ask for a massage, or he'd be naked in the bathtub. And so he played out the same scene over and over a period of 20 years. Is that odd?
Well, I suppose that's what excited him, this idea of luring vulnerable women and offering them the opportunity to have a great career. And this was probably what was very titillating and exciting for him. That's why he did it. And on some level, he knew he was doing something he should not be doing, but again, was really just plugging into his own primitive ego, thinking about what he wanted, his end game. He had gotten away with it for so long. He had propositioned women and then posed with them after the fact, and people didn't say things because they were afraid. So for a long time, he got away with it. He got away with bad behavior and sexually gratified himself at the same time until it all came crashing down.
All right, Dr. Robi Ludwig, many thanks.
Thank you.